Hi and good evening, everyone. Welcome to Supergrads. My name is Abhyans Chauhan, and today I am back with the series of most repeated questions. And today's discussion is about foreign phrases. What are foreign phrases? Why are we studying foreign phrases? CUET में foreign phrase का क्या role है? CUET में foreign phrases का क्या history रहा है? That is what I'll talk. And we have 20 good questions. When I say good questions, I mean these are questions of previous years जो एग्जाम में रहे हैं. So foreign phrases के questions the students they were there in 2022, 2023 है and you can expect similar questions in the upcoming CUET 2026 examination. So that was about the history of foreign phrases. Exam में foreign phrases कितने हो सकते हैं, क्या उसका रोल रहा है, and while we are doing these questions during the course of these questions I'll tell you कि यार और क्या बेटर आप कर सकते हो. Of course at this moment we are studying only 20 foreign phrases, but और क्या क्या वो चीजें हैं जो आप ध्यान रख सकते हो. That is what we'll be doing today. So let's, without any further delay, let's begin with the first one, students. And here is your first foreign phrase. Now ultra vires. Again, when you look at foreign phrases, students, the pronunciation is not important, the origin is not important. Foreign phrases में सिर्फ आपको एक ही चीज काम की है, and that is the meaning. Meaning is important. The origin कि सर ये from which language have we taken this? This is not important. Pronunciation, of course, is again not very important. What matters is that you know the meaning of these foreign phrases. तो पहला foreign phrase students हमारा है ultra vires, and ultra is beyond something. एक इसमें इसके दो होते हैं, एक ultra vires एक intra भी होता है. So ultra is beyond someone's power, beyond the powers of someone. That is how you should try and answer this type of question in the exam. And exam में foreign phrases कई तरीके से होते हैं. One of the ways is they'll ask you direct foreign phrases, then match the column. Those who have seen my previous sessions, I think मैं आपको बता चुका हूँ कि यार match the column format एक ऐसा format है जो NTA बहुत prefer करता है, जो NTA बहुत prefer करता है. So that was your first question and the answer to it as well. Let's move to the next question, students. That is bona fide. So once you get out of school, once you change your schools, आपको ट्रांसफर सर्टिफिकेट मिलता है, बट यू ऑल्सो गेट अ बोनाफाइड सर्टिफिकेट इफ यू रिमेंबर. एंड व्हाट डज बोनाफाइड मीन, ये आपको बताना है. द रूट वर्ड बॉन इज फॉर गुड. द रूट वर्ड मैल इज फॉर बैड. ये हम जब रूट वर्ड्स पढ़ते हैं तब ये सब डिस्कशन होता है. सो व्हाट यू थिंक अबाउट दिस क्वेश्चन, स्टूडेंट्स? बोनाफाइड. Bonafide is not good behavior. Instead, it's good faith. It's good faith. Schools issue you bona fide certificates when you leave one school and go to the other. So you get bona fide certificates. ठीक है? Bona fide certificate in schools. That is how you can remember this. If you were good in school, then they give you bona fide certificate. अगर आप अच्छे नहीं थे, they can also give you malafide certificate. That could potentially ruin your career. So generally schools don't do that. They give you bona fide certificates. So that was, my dear students, that was our second question for today. As I said, we have 20 questions to discuss. Let's move to the next one, that is innuendo. Innuendo. ठीक है? Again, foreign phrases सिर्फ directly याद रखो. I think something that will help you in your CUET 2026. The correct word, the correct meaning of it is indirect reference to someone. Indirectly आप किसी को reference दे रहे हो. That is what this foreign phrase means. And I would say I have nothing else to discuss here, because these are the things. Foreign phrases की आपके पास एक list होनी चाहिए, students. When I say list, what do I mean? Foreign phrases आपके पास from different origins का एक लिस्ट होना चाहिए of around 150 such phrases. Now, when you read these 150 phrases and of course PYPs as well, so जब आप इतना पढ़ लेते हो, then you will have that confidence कि यार इतना के बाहर फॉरेन फ्रेज में कुछ नहीं आएगा, अगर आ जाता है that is beyond our control, हम उसका कुछ नहीं कर सकते. That is how you should approach foreign phrases. Quid pro quo. Quid pro quo. What does this mean? So quid pro quo is something, something in return, something in return. Quid pro quo is something in return. So that was your another foreign phrase, students. I hope आप क्लास में साथ के साथ you're making your notes as well. Because जब आप रिविजन करोगे, you cannot come and watch the entire video. So जो आपके handmade notes है, I think these are the things that will help you in the long run as well. Let's move to the next question, students, which is de facto. De facto. So this is a little easy one to judge, I think, by fact, or is it actual, factual, initial, or beginning? De facto, students. De facto is something that is actual, actual, by fact, by fact. That is what de facto is. ठीक है. So that was your another foreign phrase. Let's quickly move to the next one, which is pro rata. Pro rata. Pro is in favor of something. And what is rata? So pro rata, you give amount to someone, pro rata amount, you give pro rata service to someone. That is in the same proportion. That is in the same proportion. So C must be correct here. C must be correct here. Next question, students. Sine die. Sine die. What does this mean? Sine die is a date in the future without setting a fixed date. An unknown, an unknown date in the future. That is sine and die without setting a fixed date. That was our seventh foreign phrase for today. As I said, in this quick session, in this short and brief session, I'll take around 20 foreign phrases that have been there in the previous years. Previous years में आया हुआ है और आने वाले years में भी आप देखोगे इसको. कल एक सेशन लूंगा that would be on figures of speech. तो figures of speech भी बहुत integral part है of NTA CUET examination. Let's move to the next question, students. That is question number 8. Ab initio. Ab initio. Ab initio. Question number 8. Now the root word initio or the foreign word initio here is from Initial. From initial. So when we say something is ab initio, that means from the very beginning, from starting, from the beginning or from starting, from beginning, from starting. So A must be the correct meaning of this foreign phrase. Yes, yes, we do that, Rajesh. And किस चीजें आपको कहाँ सीखनी है मैं इस पर आता हूँ अभी. Once we are done with question 10, I would say a lot of students feel कि CUET preparation it's not a big deal, हम खुद कर लेंगे, हो जाएगा. नहीं, अगर हो जाएगा, so the next question I would ask कि क्या आप perfect score ला पा रहे हो? क्या आप 1000 out of 1000 ला रहे हो CUET में? अगर ला रहे हो, then all the best. But if you're not sure about it, then you should of course join the counseling sessions जहाँ पर we train you and tell you the proper strategy to approach the exam. So intravirus. Now, ultra was beyond the powers. Intra is within the powers. It is within the powers. So A must be the correct answer here. A must be the correct answer. So as I said, we'll reach a slide जहां पर मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि ठीक है आप प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हो, यू फील कि अच्छा सर हो जाएगा, कर लेंगे. बट if you're getting this score, then everything is fine. If you're not getting this score, you should definitely join one-to-one counseling sessions with our expert mentors जहां पे career counseling section wise syllabus breakdown and smart preparation strategy. This is where our roles become important. आप कितना अच्छा पढ़ते हो, आप कितने अच्छे स्कूल में हो, how good academically you are, of course that's a plus point. But क्या आप 1000 marks तक पहुंच पा रहे हो? If not, then there's one thing that is stopping you from doing that, and that is proper strategy, proper guidance. So this is where you can book our your counseling sessions. And let's move to the next one. Vice versa. I think vice versa is something, is a foreign phrase that I believe everyone understands. Vice versa. Vice versa means the other way around. If I say A loves B, vice versa. So this means B also loves A. B also loves A. That is how you decide what vice versa is. That is how you use it. So the other way around. The other way around. That was your 10th question, if I'm right. Here is the next one. Status quo. Status quo. The government has told everyone to maintain status quo. ऐसा बहुत बार ये फॉरेन फ्रेजेस आपको न्यूज़पेपर्स में दिखते हैं. सो स्टेटस को एज आई सेड ये बहुत सारे फॉरेन फ्रेजेस आपको बुक से पढ़ना है बट इफ यू फील सर कहाँ से प्रैक्टिस करूं क्या करूं आई थिंक न्यूज़पेपर्स वुड बी अ वेरी गुड सोर्स. स्टेटस को इज द प्रेजेंट कंडीशन. So that was your foreign phrase, students. Next up we have prima facie evidence. Prima facie evidence ये बार बार न्यूज़पेपर्स में रिपीट होता है. बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली आप ना न्यूज़पेपर्स पढ़ रहे हो, ना उनके समरी पढ़ रहे हो, ना एडिटोरियल्स पढ़ रहे हो. अगर आप पढ़ रहे होते, यू वुड हैव सेड सर प्राइमा फेसी नॉट अ बिग थिंग, ये तो हम बता सकते हैं. सो प्राइमा फेसी इज द first view, what something appears to be at the first glance. At the first glance. So ये होता है आपका prima facie, the first view of something. That was another question, students. Let's move to the next one, which is ipso facto. Ipso facto. तो facto से आप शायद fact तो identify कर पाओगे यहाँ पर. Facto से I'm believing fact तो आप याद कर पाओगे. Just give me a second, guys. So fact कहाँ लिखा हुआ है? It's given in option B. By reason of that particular fact, the particular fact that has been mentioned earlier, वो कहीं ना कहीं पहले mention रहा होगा. So that is ipso facto. B must be the correct answer to this question, students. Let's quickly move to the next one. Ex gratia amount. अगर आप न्यूज़पेपर्स पढ़ते हो, again this is something that is so repetitive. एग्जाम में हर बार आता है. आप एग्जाम में ऐसी न्यूज़ पढ़ते हो that there was a train accident at some place and say 40 people, 50 people, or hundreds of people died. So government provides them ex gratia amount. Ex gratia amount उनको government देता है. That is payment made out of generosity. There's no rule to it कि गवर्नमेंट को कितना पैसा देना चाहिए, कितना पैसा नहीं देना चाहिए, but they do it out of generosity just to heal the wounds of the relatives of people who have died. So that is ex gratia amount. Generally आप ex gratia amount को ट्रेन एक्सीडेंट से रिलेट कर सकते हो, याद कर सकते हो. You can relate it with train accidents. So B was the correct answer to this question. I'm sure ex gratia amount आप आगे कभी भी पढ़ोगे, it will not be a problem. Let's quickly move to the next one, that is ad valorem. Eco वाले बच्चे, business वाले बच्चे, commerce वाले बच्चे in general, I think they know that there is an ad valorem tax as well. Ad valorem tax on goods. On what kind of goods? What kind of goods am I talking about here? What kind of goods, students? बताओ, जल्दी बताओ. Ad valorem. Ad valorem tax. So ad valorem tax is added to goods of very high value. मतलब ad valorem का मतलब ये होता है जितना ज्यादा goods का value होगा उतना ज्यादा उस पर tax लगेगा. So according to value. And of course ad valorem tax, something that you must have studied in your schools. वहां से भी आप इसको याद रख सकते थे. So that was ad valorem, students. Here is status quo. So I think status quo is something that we've already studied, the state in which things are. So there's no point discussing this one. Next is ad interim. Ad interim. So interim क्या होता है? What does interim mean? अगर interim पता है तो ये question answer करना is not a problem for you people. Ad interim is, I think it should be in the meantime, क्योंकि अगर आपने देखा होगा in parliament there is interim speaker. सो इंटरिम स्पीकर पार्लियामेंट में कब होता है? जब स्पीकर का इलेक्शन नहीं हुआ है, स्पीकर डिसाइड नहीं हो पाया, सो देयर इज एन इंटरिम स्पीकर इन पार्लियामेंट. वहां से आप इसको रिलेट कर सकते थे. ठीक है. लेट्स मूव टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, स्टूडेंट्स. क्वासी. क्वासी. सो क्वासी इज as if it were मतलब ये इमेजिनरी सिचुएशंस, हाइपोथेटिकल सिचुएशंस के टाइम यूज होता है. और डिटेल में अगर आपको ये फॉरेन फ्रेजेस पढ़ने, आई वुड से यू कैन गूगल देम. यू कैन आइदर रीड न्यूज़पेपर्स, लीगल आर्टिकल्स आप उसमें पढ़ोगे. सो बहुत सारे फॉरेन फ्रेजेस लीगल टर्म से रिलेटेड थे. दैट वाज कॉसी फॉर यू. नेक्स्ट अप वी हैव वोल्ट फेस. वोल्ट फेस हो गया कोई, मतलब पूरा पूरा चेंज हो गया. कंप्लीट कंप्लीट चेंज इन एटीट्यूड. Complete change in attitude is volte face. So to face about. Face about is like about turn. About turn. शायद आपने पढ़ा होगा. That is what this means. And बच्चा पार्टी. That brings us to the last question of today's session. Ex post facto. So ex post facto is previous का कोई बात, by a subsequent act or by a subsequent fact. That is what this means. So, dear students, once again we come to the end of one another important session on foreign phrases. I'll be back tomorrow with figures of speech, but in the meantime, if you wish to have any counseling sessions, this is where you can connect and target for that top-notch score, that is 1000 out of 1000. That is all for today. I'll see you people tomorrow at the same time. Thank you so much. Bye everyone.